Hi, this is David. I'm your host. You're listening to The Last Podcast, where the first shall be last and the last shall be first. If this is the first time you're listening to this podcast, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And if you are returning, welcome back. I really appreciate you listening, and I hope you continue to find tips, ideas, and value from listening to this podcast. Today, I want to talk a little bit about our subconscious mind, the power that we have in our subconscious mind. But before I do, we'll be right back after this message. Hi, my name is Dave with The Last Podcast. Have you ever heard of Impact Health Sharing? Impact Health Sharing is an affordable alternative to traditional health insurance. Impact is a caring community of people who share in each other's medical bills, and is for anyone interested in sharing, acting responsibly together, and saving on healthcare. For more information, click on the link in the show notes that reads Impact Health Sharing. This is David with The Last Podcast. We'll see you soon. We're back and we're talking about the power of our subconscious mind. And I want to give you a disclaimer. I am not a psychologist or anything and don't proclaim to be one. It's just my personal opinion that I'm giving here. I believe that our subconscious mind is a powerful aspect of our mental functioning that operates below the level of the conscious awareness. And yes, we can be conscious, but our subconscious, I believe, is constantly working. While it's difficult to measure the impact of how much it's working, I don't know if they've ever done anything like that. So I just believe that our subconscious mind can be very powerful when it comes to problem solving. The subconscious mind can work on complex problems in the background while your conscious mind focuses on other tasks. Often we're faced with, let's say, a challenging problem. And I'm quite sure we've all been here where we had a problem and we're working so hard to solve that one problem. And all of a sudden they're stuck maybe 20 minutes, hour, or whatever the case may be. And sometimes we have to get up and walk away. And it could be for an hour, it could be for a couple of minutes, or it could be overnight. And we come back to it and all of a sudden we got the answer. I think it was our subconscious mind that was there working constantly and never stopped working until it figured out how to do whatever it was doing or how we were supposed to finish what we were trying to do in the very beginning. I think our subconscious mind can process vast amounts of information and draw conclusions that may or may not be immediate evident to our conscious mind. So let's just say that you have that one thing that you're trying to do and all of a sudden you can't get past it, or you're trying. Let's say if you had an article that you wanted to write, and some people call it writer's block. They just can't figure out what to write. And I've gone through this before. That's how I would know. So I wanted to write on a particular topic, and for the life of me, I just couldn't figure out where to start, what to do. I wrote down what I wanted to write about, what points I wanted to hit, but couldn't figure out how to start that angle, and came back the following day and had the answer instantly, sat down and just kept on writing. So I believe that as I was asleep that night, my subconscious mind just kept working at that idea until I got up the following day and was able to go ahead and finish that article. And some people might say, hey, you know what? That could be either intuition, that could be like your gut feeling. I don't know, but I'm calling it my subconscious mind constantly at work. And by me sleeping overnight and not even thinking about the idea, my subconscious just kept going. So during sleep, the subconscious mind organizes and integrates new information, enhancing learning and memory retention. And this, I believe, is one of the reasons why some people love to study before they go to bed. Because as you're studying whatever it is that you're studying, right before you go to bed, You wake up in the morning and you're fresh. And I mean, I'm talking about, let's say you get 6 to 8 hours sleep and you're fresh. That memory overnight, your subconscious was drilling in, honing in on everything is that you were learning. So your recall and retention should be a whole lot greater than if you didn't study before you went to bed. And I think that is the power of our subconscious mind, able to process copious amounts of information. And we're able to do things that we would normally do had it not been for our subconscious mind. And one more thing I want to talk about as far as the subconscious mind. Guess what? I think that our subconscious mind also helps us process our emotions far better than if we were trying to process it with our conscious mind. And one of the reasons why I say that is I recently lost my wife, and I'm constantly thinking about her every night, every day, every minute, and especially the whole month that when she died April 6th, that whole month that she passed. Only thing I could think about was, what did I do? Could I have done something better? Could I have done something more? Or could I loved her a whole lot harder than I did? I think everybody goes through these thoughts when a loved one passes. And I wonder if, maybe if I would have did this, maybe I would have did that. We go through those channels, but I believe, our subconscious mind, it provides a state. Emotions often arise from subconscious to our conscious, or from our conscious to our subconscious mind. And I believe that you can gain insights into your emotional patterns, triggers, and even reactions. And this self-awareness, I also believe, can help you manage and regulate your emotions more effectively, leading a greater emotional well-being life. And for me, I'm just going to talk about my own personal opinion and my own experience, but for me, I could tell you this: by sleeping and going to bed thinking about my wife, and then waking up and realizing that, okay, my subconscious mind hammered in on all the memories of my wife and everything that I've gone through and everything that we've gone through together with her sickness, that I was able also to talk about it. And with the grace of God, I was able to not stay in a dark place, because I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I was in a dark place when my wife passed. It was like, nothing else mattered but creating this podcast. And I did this while she was sick. I was creating this podcast because I knew I needed something to do besides talk to people about life insurance, about life and death. So I needed an outlet to talk about various things that I would like to talk about. But I also believe our subconscious mind can help us in our own habits as well. Habits are deeply ingrained patterns and behaviors that reside in our subconscious mind. By tapping into the subconscious, you can work on reprogramming or reshaping, I would say, existing habits or creating new ones. And you can do this because when I was trying to lose weight, I would wake up in the morning, and I'm going to tell you something, why I say your subconscious mind can actually work with habit forming. Because if some people can wake up in the morning and they would read affirmations, but if you continue to read affirmations throughout the day, affirmations throughout the night, or right before you go to bed, and you're constantly doing, guess what? Your subconscious mind picks up on all of that. And it's working out ideas for you to go ahead and do whatever it is that you need to do. For instance, let's say you're trying to start a business, and you're trying to figure out what it is that you want to do. So now you're saying, I'm going to help as many people as I can by doing X, Y, Z, and then I'm going to do A, B, and C every day. And now your subconscious mind picks up on all this and gives you an idea of the following day, what you can do, what new things that you can add, what ideas, and you thinking, wow, I just had this idea yesterday, but yet I believe it's our subconscious mind that's giving us that help in hand. And another thing about our subconscious mind, it works while we're sleeping, especially if you are during the day. Let's say that you start making like some type of memory board or wish board, or some people they name it all kinds of things. These boards where you got pictures up of what you want to do in life, what you want to achieve in life. You have these pictures up, and I forget the name of the board that these people call it. But I believe visualization not only works for the conscious mind. I believe that when we look at this day in, afternoon, and at night before we go to sleep, our subconscious mind grabs onto all of that and gives us ideas. And when we wake up, we come with new ideas, how we can do certain things and how we can process certain things. And I believe that in my life, I believe that our subconscious mind can actually work wonders for us whenever it is that we're thinking about something positive. Now, I'm just going to tell you this. I believe that the subconscious mind can also work in your worst favor. As you are thinking about positive things in life, your subconscious mind helps you grow those seeds, and it germinates, and it allows you to do things that you otherwise wouldn't have done. Now, if you're dwelling on the negative, your subconscious mind can actually be at work in a negative way for you too. So as it works in a positive form for you and can be and ignite a beautiful future for you, it can also work in a negative if that's where you lie. That's where your conscious is going constantly, and your subconscious will pick up on that negativity and magnify it by 100-fold. So I think it is important to note, while the subconscious mind offers many potential benefits, it's not infallible or immune to bias or misinformation. It's essential to combine subconscious processing with critical thinking and conscious decision making for optimal results that we would have in our own life. But my name is Dave, and you're listening to the last podcast. I really want to, I can talk about this all day, but I realize after looking at the time, I like to stay within a certain time frame. And lately on my podcast, I've been actually going off the time. So I really enjoy talking about our subconscious mind, how powerful our mind is, and not only how powerful our mind is, but also when we look at things and we start trying to change our life for the better. I believe it all starts with the subconscious mind. It starts with the decision to do better in our lives, but you have to feed good things to your mind. And the more good things that you add to it, the more you're adding to your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind would magnify it, and you'll have a wonderful life. I believe that. So again, my name is Dave with the last podcast. Until tomorrow, I'll see you soon.